What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're gonna do big blind defense. So,
100 big blinds.
Don't pigeonhole us, Ken.
what is this? Sounds.
New update, now there's sounds.
Ooh,
Drive us crazy.
it'll talk to you
Yep.
now.
Okay.
This was a punt.
Yeah, I wish it did say that, right? Alright, let's start with a fresh one. Queen eight.
Oh, man, well, this is an attractive three better if it's a late positioner. At
What?
some frequency, right?
No,
No, we're
never.
too deep. We're too
Never.
deep.
So
we're too
deep
deep.
now. Linear 3-bet here.
Cut off.
We can,
We can call?
You sure it's not a
Yeah.
3-bet?
Yeah. It might
Here-
three bet some. I don't know.
Okay.
What?
What's the worst queen? Obviously, queen would call it, but or we
This
call
is
it
the
all
worst
Aussie
one.
Queens.
This is the worst? I don't know, man. I'm like calling
No
queen
way.
six.
so deep, this is the worst.
Good
So
question.
I
first,
think we
let's
call
see.
offsuit sevens. I think I call offsuit sevens here.
Queen
Three
six or
betting
seven.
this guy with. Oh no, I can't.
Oh,
We're too deep.
Your three betting
nine off?
composition
We
is
gotta
gonna
move up
come
to queen
from your
nine, queen
suited
10?
hands at this stack now.
You three
Not gonna
bets
have a
are
lot of
maybe like
offsuit
this.
three bets.
Yeah,
Queen 5.
Pete is right. By the way, it's queen four, queen five.
Yeah.
Mixing.
Yeah,
seven, right?
slivery slivers.
Oh, what? You don't think you can, you think he's opening a perfect range? You don't think you can squeak out a little more EV?
If I do it, it's probably not gonna work.
Easy. Alright, so check. The question is, do we play check raise here ever?
Nope.
I know, I'm wondering the same thing with the medium spade. Sometimes you don't wanna take aggressive actions, but
Man, I think this
It
is
feels-
probably an okay combo to do it with.
I agree with the combo
I'm free
draw
with you. I'd rather
and
have the
the
queen,
low
but
showdown value.
Hey,
I think I'd.
Oh, we got a new study group member today, huh?
Do we?
Yeah, Tim's little one.
Oh, what's up, Tim?
That was actually not me, that's somebody else.
the
Oh, was it?
final,
Okay.
Yeah, that's like a toddler, I think.
Easy
Oh.
call.
I think it's the final.
Yes, I call, right?
I think you
Sammy.
call, you raise some.
Oh, hey,
Ah,
looky
you raise
there.
some.
He raises some.
So yeah, raising some. I was.
We're with the
never
queen
gonna
probably,
raise
right?
eight here. Why do you guys wanna raise here?
You got straight blockers, you benefit from fold equity.
Some
You got a
monotone
royal
board,
flush
man.
draw.
I ain't raising very much here.
Order
No,
straight,
you don't.
order
Only
flush.
7% of raise.
Hey, you don't raise
Seven.
much. It's not like a super
Almost
prominent part of the
10%.
strategy.
They're basically, these are bluffs, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are wild. I'm not finding
And
those.
pocket seven.
So is it raising the pairs? Cause he's c-betting other stuff besides just spades, right? That can
No,
be put in the
pairs.
box.
A condensed monotone board is just gonna be a heavy C-bet board in general. Right? Should be
Louis,
like a
hover over
range bet,
queen
small.
eight. I wanna see if the
Close,
queen
yeah.
spade is the one that really goes for it.
Morning, that was my daughter. Okay. Hey, it's all good, man.
Queen eight off, Louis.
Spades.
It likes the queen more.
Yeah, the queen of spades. Okay, yep, that makes sense. That's what we would expect.
And it's gone.
Then presumably it's the same with the king eight. We'll have a lot of the same pattern.
I would say so. What do we do now? Check,
Check.
folds?
We'll see what he
And
He
does.
might still call small bets, cuz he has small
Easy
bets
call.
on this texture still.
See, I feel like this is a harder spot than the decision on the flop. Like versus that, I'm probably just folding.
No, you got a call, you got a spade and you got a gotcha.
Yeah, I don't think.
Maybe.
I think it's a low EV call.
Eh, maybe it is just a low EV call.
You
It's
can't
like
fold
maybe
here, definitely. Oh, well.
Oh, you can't, can you?
Zero.
Got shot with the spade. I mean.
Double barrel on a board that's super wet.
I guess when the king comes, we're just in, hating life. It's a low card. like a low diamond, I'm sure we don't fold.
Alright, do you block here ever?
Ooh.
Yeah,
money
Ken, that was a
Travis.
fair point, because we just lost our overcard to the board too. When the king
Yeah.
comes.
Yeah, but we blocked the straight, we blocked the flush. Is this gonna be a bluff?
It might be a bluff, man.
'Cause this is the worst hand we get here with, right?
I think if you do, it'll be for a smaller sizing, like 7.5, but I think it's just a check give up at this point, man.
Yeah,
Like,
it
we were
should-
folding
Although
on the
the-
turn. Okay, there it is.
Fast. I was gonna say, you
The
shouldn't have
thing with
jacks.
bluffing this is, I think I'd love to have a boat blocker at this point, like a 7x that has no real showdown value. Would be
Yeah,
kinda
that's
hot.
good. Yeah, king 7 would be like really good here as a bluff. King 9 would be really good as a bluff.
9-7, 9-7's not bad.
9-7 would be a good one.
Yep. Gets
Well, this is apparently
counterfeited.
pretty good. He shouldn't have jacks, right? Like, he's not double barreling jacks on this texture, is he?
I
He
think
could
the
with a
thing is,
spade.
I think, a lot of our range that just check calls is jack X here.
Yeah.
So
Well, we're gonna raise jacks on the flop, some frequency, but we're gonna have them in range still.
two big blind, never folded. Yeah, yeah, I know, Saeed. That's why I said 7.5. But it's
think he has
apparently a
Far
thing.
few, he has far fewer
But
jacks.
remember,
than
if
us,
we're,
I think.
if we're donking with queen high, we don't need to get pairs, good pairs to fold. We wanna get them off pocket fours, ace 10, junk like that. Like, we wanna get them off just the bare minimum if we're bluffing this.
So we shouldn't be here, basically.
Not really. You should have folded the turn, but if you are here,
You don't lead.
you
Yeah,
can
that's
try
what
some like,
what I find is when you make a mistake and you got a trash hand, it just likes to bluff it. That's what I find.
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, Louis, you can't just show down a trash hand. They're gonna call you a donkey. The solver doesn't like being called a donkey, man.
I just got the nuts.
Alright,
Was it? It was king jack?
yeah, he just had the nuts.
So ace high spades.
Oh, ace high spades, okay.
So, do you even call this? I guess you call this. It probably
Yeah.
raises very small frequency.
Fold versus like under the gun, right? Under the gun one, maybe.
I raise
But-
this if it's like 30 big blind stack size, but not
It
here.
becomes a much more attractive raise then, I do agree. But it's gonna pull like, it always pulls from these like a little bit. It's gonna pull from the suited branch like Pete was
Yeah,
saying.
when you're deep, you just want to raise suited and then like high cards, right? Like,
Well,
with
you-
two high cards.
Yeah, you don't generate, your three bets don't generate as many folds, 1, 2, so when you get called, you need that extra bit of equity. Cause it's a game of straights and flushes, not top pairs at that point. But we call. Check.
We
And,
call only because of ace high.
I can't help
Yeah.
myself. I'm raising.
I don't know about raising, Ken, but I think it may be like a 0 EV call. We have an over to the board. We have 3, 4, 6, which has straights. We can bluff hearts on turns.
I'm raising
Yep,
seven
low EV
point five.
call, seems okay.
if we had the flush draw, we would have a good raise, but this one here, I don't know.
Oh, it's way too
We are
thin to
dominated
raise.
by his better aces.
I think
We have
you can raise
we have-
some or fold.
We have lots of better hands to defend.
I'd raise a little bigger.
Oh,
Oh, it does. It does
It's a
raise a little bit
fold.
bigger. But it's a fold, really. Alright, so this is the linear portion of our offsuit branch, so I think it will pull raises from here sometimes. It'll still be a minority frequency, though. It's gonna mainly call.
Feels like a value raise.
Let's do it.
Okay, this is a pretty good board to see bet small, I would
Like-
say.
We go
Not
two,
that small.
25%?
I would
25
say a
here.
quarter personally.
I wanna go two. 10%.
How are you ever gonna get all the chips in if you go that small?
I just don't
I'm
use
not
that in
gonna
a
get
game.
all the chips in, the flush is gonna break, and if all the chips gets in, he's gonna have the king of spades.
Goes half pot.
The solver feels a little bit differently, Louis.
Yeah. but
You wanna see if the audio has, an explanation?
What?
Said you wanna see if the audio can share its feelings?
The thing is. Like it doesn't.
I mean, there's a
doesn't-
big component
Yep.
component of this small bet.
Like, it doesn't have the one big blinds there. But as you see, like the smaller the bets are, the more it wants to use it. I'd be curious to see what it would do with the one here.
Dude, you can't do a one big blind. What's a one big blind gonna ever do in a three bet pot out of position, 100 big blinds deep?
I know, right? It's perfect.
What's the goal there?
The goal is to steer the pot.
This is basically a one big blind bet.
I mean, yeah, you can ask the same, which theoretically, it's almost the same as checking, right?
Yeah,
Same as checking, but
So it wants to bet half pot.
or this really small size is okay.
Check.
Check.
Check call.
I
Do
think.
you ever double barrel small here?
This is definitely a double barrel because
I kinda think like, I'm kinda like feeling, since we went small, I kinda wanna do 7.35. But
Louis,
checking's an obvious, reasonable answer.
Who has
7
more
or
flushes?
14.
Got an easy
I'm
check
going
call.
14.
who has more flushes in a three bet pot? The aggressor or the caller?
The caller,
At At 100 big blinds deep, the aggressor has just as many.
Would you
Or
like
they
to punt
have,
into
they,
him now?
I guess I can't really
I
say
don't know, I
as
don't
I think we
many.
have less flushes on an ace high board.
Maybe you're
the
right.
thing here is, think about it, it's a three bet pot. We see bet the flop. He could have like pocket seven with like the seven of spade and call. And then
Yeah,
now we're betting for value, and then think about your range when you're in a three bet pot and then the king shows up on the turn. It's pretty good, no?
I don't think this is a bad double barrel. I just don't think you get to over polarize, and I think checking's a reasonable response.
Okay, I
checking.
would go 14. You guys wanna check?
Yeah,
Check
you
or
have,
small.
Check
you
or
have a
raise?
marginal made hand against an ace with a draw.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
my
a check.
logic is you just don't want to be check raised. Like it's just a good hand because you want
It's
to.
an easy check call.
Yeah, I would
Like
agree,
small.
Louis. I think the reason you start double barreling stuff like this for a small sizing is the nature of the board texture kind of protects you. Like, he can't just check raise you on a monotone ace king board without like, in a three bet pot, like it's asking for trouble.
alright,
He
so
Unless,
general, if you're.
He is in
double barrel,
position, so he's not check raising either.
well, that's the other part also, yeah.
he
You
wants
just
to go
don't
really
raise in
big here.
position much.
Alright,
Yeah, but when you put the ace of spades up on board, we lose a lot of the flush draws that we have, and he has more flush draws than we do here. So he's made a flush more often than we do. So this is just a marginal made hand with a strong redraw.
Can you actually, I don't know, can you fact check that? I don't know if that's
Yes, cause
necessarily
you guys are
true.
tilting me, man.
I don't know if that's true.
The flush
Cause we
going
three bet suited eights, suited nines, suited tens, like suited aces is only a component of it. And I think he calls more suited aces than he defends off
So change
suited
the equity
non-aces.
buckets from simple to advanced. Slightly up. Slightly down. There.
Equity buckets advanced. Now you gotta just look at flushies.
Where's the flushes?
So do you have to change the range
It'll be
maybe?
the top
I
of
think
the
we wanna go to
range on the
breakdown.
graph.
Isn't it breakdown instead of ranges? Isn't that what we want? Above, kind of straight up from here.
Like it looks like
Flush.
big blind has the nut
Flush.
advantage.
Okay, there you go,
But
sorry.
it's not by much. though.
Okay, so they have about a percentage, almost 1% more flushes.
Yeah,
But where
Way
this is
more
on the turn,
kings.
given the action, we should look on the flop before any bets go in.
That's fair too, actually. The flop will be kind of like the true teller. Cause he
Yeah,
should
that's kind of
be,
like where we should set ourselves for the hand.
so on the flop, we have more flushes.
But you're talking about double barreling the turn.
We were talking about in the flop regardless at first. The whole premise is that he had more flushes.
It's just
So
about the
when we
same
bet, he
amount.
calls,
About the
we
same.
condensed his range.
It
so
is.
Now he has more.
I mean, honestly, it's,
It's
yeah,
the same.
how does
it's
that
pretty
make sense
close.
though? Because he's calling with like this very heavy suited range. And then,
Eight, six,
oh, it's.
eight,
the
seven,
suited-
9, 7,
the
10,
suited
7.
queens and the suited
Like, he doesn't have all of that.
Okay,
Yeah, so
Like-
plus when we bet flop and he calls, we condensed his range some, so now he has more value than.
He
just like
has-
the
but he
diamonds
has
and
full
clubs and-
frequency of all of this, and we just have mixed frequencies. So,
Right. So
how?
like, That's what I was saying
Look
also
at
is like, you
this.
don't always three bet like your suited aces from the big blind here, but he's always calling his suited aces. So the fact that his
That's
suited
true.
ace is out there, he's gonna be more crippled by flushes than we are, was what I was trying to say, because we're
Ah,
three betting jack nine, jack eight, jack seven, 10-9, all of these at a much higher frequency. Than he calls some of these.
So, right, but only one of those is a flush and the other three combos are air balls.
Which one are you talking about? Combo
When we
wise?
three bet all those suited hands, only 1 in 3 is a flush, only 1 in 4 is a flush. So we got 3 of them are junk. And then when we bet flop, we're betting some of the junky ones, right? And
Right,
he's
yeah,
calling
but-
with better ones.
Yeah, but the principle cancels out, right? So it's like. You know, for every missed flush we have, he has a missed flush as well.
All right.
So
Right.
you can just simplify it to spades.
But Ken, I think what you're saying is relevant for the action between the flop and the turn. Like we can bet some
Yes.
air balls on the flop and he doesn't really call air balls. And that's why his
Right.
range
And then,
strengthens going into
and
the
then the
turn.
range shifts a little bit for him. Yeah.
Okay, I think.
Yeah,
But,
it strengthens.
Block bet,
Honestly, what do we do on the turn? Did you go with a bet?
check, check.
Check, check.
I think you could probably value bet small here sometimes.
Like we get our two factors. When the turn goes check, check, and then we have like second pair or better. I think it's a good block bet.
I'm pure checking.
I think checking's gonna probably be good mostly, but
Why do you check here, Ken?
Because we got a check call. We still got a marginal hand. He's still got aces.
The turn goes check, check.
He's got a shit. Yeah, but he's not gonna necessarily bet his aces when we check to him. It's a flush board. He could have weaker aces. He might, we could check ace
He
queen here,
doesn't have
maybe
an
ace
ace.
jack.
He checks the flop and checks the turn. He doesn't have an ace.
he didn't check the flop, Romano.
Oh,
He called
okay.
a bet on the flop.
Yeah, sure, he can
So-
have ace six of clubs
He
easily.
can definitely have an ace here.
We on block bluffs with the queen of spades, so he's gonna bluff his single spades that are worse as well, probably some, and we got an easy call, I think.
So without a spade, do you block bet?
I think I would block bet more with a spade.
Oh,
See,
this is horrible.
this is problematic here now.
I'm not calling. I didn't check.
I think
the
he's
fold.
polarized around this hand. I think this is like probably gonna end up being.
I mean, I
a
never
low EV
checked the
call.
fold here, right? Like,
Yeah, it's a big bet though.
So
So it's only,
you do block bet a little bit more often without a spade, but not
it
that.
does.
And then now here, I think we have an easy call.
I guess. He took a different
change his bet
size.
size.
Yeah, he took a different size. What is that? That's an easy call, I think. I would call this. You're just gonna lose to an ace a lot. Look at that.
Rip it in his face.
Oh, that makes sense. The queen of spades is, yeah.
I
Feels
guess you're
unnecessary.
targeting his ace X. He can't call with his aces that he's trying to get thin value with, so you're just going bananas with your blocker. This is pretty high level stuff. I don't know. Like, yeah, see, this is exactly what you're targeting. His random ace that's going for thin value.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So when he sizes down, that's the trigger, right? If he goes 25, we don't do that, right?
I don't know. I
He
don't
bet
know the answer.
25 before, and then all of a sudden we came back and he went down to 18.
If it was
Yeah, but we
25.
didn't look at the
what?
25 line.
Yeah, Louis clicked next hand.
Go back and look at it, LP. I guess it's a call probably still though, right?
But we're
I-
gonna have to check a lot of flushes to protect the range then. If we're bluffing this. Or at least some flushes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it becomes, well, wait, so there was some blue there. Like, was it still jam? It's jamming still, cuz you have the
Yep.
queen of, the queen of spades.
But it's
Why
not
doesn't it do-
jamming the king.
It's not jamming the king, and I guess that's because you're blocking the nuts. So it just calls, but
Like you're jamming king, queen off for the quality of a high spade, but the highest spade is like not doing it.
so I think it may be a thing, Louis, where like he needs to be able to be bluffing the nut blocker here, the king of spades at some frequency. Which is
Oh.
kinda weird, right? Because it seems like a marginal made that you just kinda check.
He's
So I don't
never
know
bluffing
why.
that hand because it's a made hand, right? So when he's
Yeah.
bluffing, he's using queen of spades as his bluff. Yep.
So why does it care, is my question then? Are you targeting worse king? He doesn't have worse king X really.
So that's his bet 25 range on the turn.
So does having the king of spades? Let me see, let me think about
It's a bunch
this.
of pairs, really.
So does it have anything to do with our ace king combos? Or his ace king combos when we have the king of spades?
I mean, if it's that specified, I think it's way in the weeds.
It's got it, one that's gotta be in the weeds when we're.
Wait, are we
turning
checking
bluff, right?
Are we checking range on this river? Because it looks like full
You
frequency.
should, I think you should be checking a lot.
We're checking half of it.
Okay.
50-50. Okay,
I probably,
Fold.
I was gonna say defend. You nits.
oh, you're funny.
Yeah, I
love
think you defend like I defend king 7-0 and up against early position.
Oh, this is gonna be expensive.
Alright, the question is, do you ever call here?
I don't,
No, never.
I'm gonna build a pot. We're
You're
doing-
gonna bet polar. You're gonna bet your low suited connectors and then like king 9 and then some low suited aces. And then your like queens
No,
plus
well,
ace king.
I 3-bet here, but I'm just curious and it does. So the answer is no, not never.
I think it's more likely to call with jacks though.
And then jacks calls more,
Yeah.
but also three bets some.
Jacks is almost full frequency.
I've studied this range so much, like the deep stacked one. You're
Well,
just
then
super
why didn't
polar.
you know those queens call?
Well, I said it mostly free bets. Like I'm not.
That's true, that's true.
I did say jacks was gonna call more, and it does.
It does.
And
I
look, the
know
low
Jack's
suited
calls here
aces, the
because
low
I've made
suited
expensive
connectors,
mistakes.
That's exactly what I said. I probably free
You're
bet
right.
with ace 10-0 and call with ace jack-o.
Oh, lovely. Just call.
Yeah, I just.
Yeah, call.
Is it?
I'm
Is-
sorry,
Is
guys.
this just a jam? I think it's a
You
jam.
maniacs, man, just call.
What?
Guy's
What
under
do you?
the, this guy's range is under the gun, Louis. It's
So
protected.
what? We have two ladies.
He's very polarized now, so we're way ahead of his bluffs and we're getting crushed by aces and kings, so.
Hey,
just
Louis,
call.
I'll give you a hint. If it's calling 27% of the time pre-flop, it's probably not 4-bet jamming versus 5-bet jamming versus 4-bet.
This guy probably just has ace 5 suited.
Sure.
We hope he has ace 5 suited.
And now you're miserable.
You played check, maybe call a small bet.
It's
You
just a
got-
lot, like your check is losing EV.
We lost all EV calling, I guess.
Okay. And you gotta call once.
Gotta call.
Now what? Happy
Yeah.
day, we're gonna pay
You
them
got,
out.
you gotta call one.
Oh my
You don't
god.
even have to,
no.
you don't even have to call one. Just,
Let's just get out. Oh, calling's bet higher EV, but it still wants to fold.
Why would you call this pre-flop to flop fold? Wow. So
Louis,
you
this
don't
is,
defend.
this
This
is,
is on bad.
maybe,
Might be
maybe we should do a 4-bet calling session.
Yeah, you know
I
what?
feel like there's some people in the group that could maybe greatly benefit from that.
Okay, so in 15 minutes, we'll do that.
I'm joking. It's not that big.
I
There's
wanna
like
do-
3 hands.
No,
I
I'm
wanna look
on,
at some, I wanna study the squeeze ranges again.
I'm up for it. Okay, so
Pyramid of ruin.
Check again. He's got ace 5. We're golden here, Louis.
So is this a good turn for us?
Yeah,
No,
it's not
it's
an
a,
ace.
it's a 5-bet pot. The
So
response is
this our
binary. We're
defending
either,
range? We got the suited connectors in our defending range, right?
So this is the defense range against the C bet, and I'm kind of surprised to see that you prefer to have like ace 8 to queens or
Cause you can hit, cause you block his value with aces.
like 10-9 suited has more equity than queens or
So when you have ace 8, he has less ace ace and there's a king on the board, so he's got less king king.
10-9 suited.
10-9 suited can river flushes and turn straights.
Yeah.
Pocket queens can only turn a queen.
Yep.
And that doesn't even help versus pocket kings.
Nope.
Okay,
I
so.
wonder if we get any donks on this turn is what I was really thinking. I mean, not with queens, but
You can, like with 7-6, you can turn a 6, a 7, a 5, a 4. Whereas with queens, you only got 2 outs.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when a king or an ace hits and you have queens here, you're pretty much toast.
Okay, interesting.
Is anyone calling with these suited connecteds after a 4-bet front of the gun? I'm never doing that. Out of position as well.
well, you're playing a different portion of the board, I think. So it's pretty nice when you flop low, low, low. You're in great shape and it's easy to fold to a C bet when you break.
I agree. Actually, I'm like more inclined to call with
Yeah.
like 10-9 suited than I am with like ace jack suited.
It's a board coverage thing, right? Like.
It's gonna
you need
Especially-
some-
Especially versus the nits, I like to have, I'd rather have.
And
these
your
low
outs are
cards than
clean.
like jack nine suited, queen 10 suited. I'd rather just fold them and call these low suited connectors.
Yeah.
Like versus
Yeah,
nits.
you generally know when you hit, like your 2 pairs pretty much good, your trips are generally good, like.
Well, they're the
That's good.
best hand for cracking aces, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, hold on, LP. I asked the question, do we get leads here? We did.
No.
I thought we would.
What?
Do we
This
get
is
leads?
against the bet. You mean on the turn?
Yeah,
On the fine turn? So, like, we shouldn't be here. What do you wanna look at?
well, I said, do we get donks on that turn? Cause I thought we would, not with queens, but I thought we would have a donk range on that turn.
Okay, so the turn was the 4, right?
5,
of
wasn't it?
clubs. 5 of clubs.
Yeah, it does quite a bit.
Oh, and queens do lead some, but I wouldn't do it with queens.
You wouldn't do it, but that's all you're thinking about.
Well, because I thought we would have a lead range.
Alright,
wanted
give
to see
him the
what it
rest,
was.
give him the rest.
I ain't giving anything else.
Oh, we're good.
Oh, the one that's.
Jammed them.
King 4.
This one mixes versus EP and calls first late position.
What is it waiting for?
Waiting to
If you have a
fold.
slow connection today.
It's taking some time to process all of the high level GTO decisions we're about to make.
Yeah, we call everything down to king 3 off. We looked at it before.
Hey, we got a call, right?
If you're
Yeah, of
mixing your
course.
king 4 folds, this is okay.
Probably play as good as a check call. I
Okay.
kinda wanna bet sometimes here, so he's
I'm
gonna have
leading.
like, he's got ace 3, we get value from ace deuce. Ace 5 does get there, but I think ace 5 probably bets.
We get overcards to fold.
We
too,
get
which is
value
nice.
from every ace X, right?
We get value from diamonds.
You guys are okay?
I'm leading for sure.
You're leading for sure.
It's-
100.
No, check.
I'm going like 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
check, bet.
Yeah.
So what is it, Gavin? Like you're a net, but when you're 100 big blind deep from the big blind, not anymore?
We're pushing our
Dude, I
equity. We
just-
likely have the best hand right now. and
Dude,
we
I
wanna
just
push our
told you,
equity.
man. I just told you.
So now our bluffs get there. Just
Jesus Christ, take
Gotta have a
me.
dive in the barrel again. I think.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
checking.
yeah. I agree. Yeah. Check.
Here comes the polarized river.
King of diamonds might bluff, but I'm just checking.
What do you mean bluff? We have a 4.
Well, I mean, the diamonds come in now. Like if I had a king of diamond, you might turn this into a bluff. The block bets. I mean, I guess that makes sense too.
I wanna check and go home, but you guys got me here. What are we doing? You guys doing that for reals? Black bluff on a 4 here?
Yeah.
No,
he's
I wouldn't
getting-
know what to do on the jack. I said check. I was wrong.
But like, you're gonna face a big polarized river bet here. and
I
it's
clearly
gonna
have
be rough.
no idea how to play my
I
big.
called by ace high.
See, I honestly I would have bet the turn and played check call on the river.
From the 6-5 suited end, I should have known, like, I got no idea.
I wouldn't have checked called the diamond.
I'm calling this. This is a gapper.
Alright. Great.
Check call. Oh,
We can let it go, I think.
ooh.
Can we?
I don't
think
think we
so.
can.
4,
It's
5,
second
6.
pair.
You can
It's
call
4,
like
5,
jack six, queen six, king six, ace
Hey,
six.
one
Six,
can
if you have a
overcard.
spade, you could call, like, if you had the four spades, maybe you call, I don't know, like this, I'm out.
Why you out? It's just a big bet.
You gotta call, if you call this pre, you need to call this on the flop.
Ice.
Well,
I'm
like
out.
Ken has a point. Honestly, this is the bottom of the range and then we want an overcard, we want a spade, we want a bit of something, so just.
We're talking second pair here, guys.
Oh my god.
We're talking second pair. It's not bottom pair.
It's a lot size bet. What are you gonna do?
I see the
Call?
raises
Also, the
sometimes.
bit of something that you want, Louis, that's the backdoor straight
Block.
draw. That's the bit of something.
Block.
The
Block,
two's a brick
Block.
draw range, essentially.
block, 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 block.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
checking.
Dude, this is, okay.
The two doesn't
alright.
change a lot.
Okay.
We don't have all the offsuit twos, right? So.
Yeah, but 3-4 got there. We have a 4. We wanna protect the 6. That's what I was thinking anyways. Oh,
Yeah.
this is a horrible card.
Yeah, check fold.
Got him. Oh, this is a potential,
So I'm
do we three bet
realizing no
this?
one knows how to play 100 big blinds deep.
Just call. Versus early position, or late position, we three bet this, right? Cutoff button, we three bet it.
That's a bit ambitious, but it might do it sometimes.
Call here.
This is a,
Definitely a three bet.
the
Call
sixes?
versus under the gun. It's a three bet
No,
versus late
Thing is,
position.
I would like 9-7, but they gave me 9.
Yes,
So it's
9-7,
9-8.
I'm with you,
Close enough.
9-7. Not,
It's
dude,
9-8.
what are you doing? Not, verse under the gun crazy. What are you doing? Just call.
It's nice, it's just next to it.
LP,
Yeah,
it's
guys
9-8
got
versus
pocket
under the
jacks.
gun. It's 9-6,
8,
9-7
7,
stuff
6,
versus
5,
late
5,
position.
4. It's all the suited, low suit connectors. Yeah,
Oh, what is this?
yeah.
This is verse under the gun.
What is that
Crazy.
serious range? We're in here. It's not even
It
like,
don't,
Those are
Dude,
versus
that's-
cutoff button.
yeah, those are verse steals.
Because against under the gun, you have to protect your range more. So you're flatting queens, ace queen suited, and ace king off. So because you have less value bets, you have less bluffs here.
Makes sense too.
Check, raise.
100%.
Yeah.
Actually, kind of want check call. I don't want check raise this one.
This is
Oh, we're out of
This
range.
deep-
Three bet it.
Yeah, you
this-
you ruined it.
You broke the
3-bet.
machine.
So why would you wanna check call, Tim?
Yeah, super deep. It's gonna treat sets more like the nuts. This hand actually really doesn't want to have all the money go in unimproved.
I'm
on
going
this
like
board.
10 big blinds here.
I'm going
in
7.5.
oh.
I think top and bottom is a great hand to just slow down with. You can still check raise with your ace 9, with your 9-7, with your sets.
Yeah, man, I'm kinda with you if it's like 40 big blinds or 30 big blinds, but I'm going really grande here.
It's definitely
I
gonna
actually think
call
it's the
some.
opposite. I think against a GTO opponent, you're a little bit worried about treating all your two pairs as nuts. Because they're gonna get counterfeited too often. He's gonna roll off better straights and two pairs. And then we're gonna be on the river with an SPR of 1, and we're gonna be hating our life.
It's definitely gonna call some, but I'm check raising.
This is a call for me.
10,
Everybody's
Huh.
right.
who would have thunk it?
And then 9-7, I'm raising a lot more.
And sets. The sets are the ones I really want to get the bet in with, because the sets are gonna hold up really well when, when any card pairs, they have a boat. Sets aren't really worried about overcards. They aren't really worried about.
Seems like 9-7 is raising less.
Yeah, you pretty much can't make a mistake with that.
And
one, right?
9-7's raising more than 9-6 is. It looks like 7-6 is the unblocking the 9 is the one that's really kinda going bananas. Out
I
of
was
the
wrong
two
about
pair
my
combo.
set strategy. 9's a lot, but like 6's slow play is almost 100%.
Yeah, that's kinda wild to me, actually.
Right?
Yeah, but if remember, like top two, you check raise, bottom two, you check raise, and top and bottom, you protect your calling range with that one.
And overall, our check raise frequency is only like 10% here, so it's very low. So we have to be careful with we don't overdo it with value. Cause we're never gonna have
Mhm.
enough bluffs otherwise.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also,
Ken.
because he should not be betting so much here as well, right? Like he should have a pretty, cautious betting strategy on this flop.
Let's see what Benny said. To speed up the trainer, click the controls icon in the top left, then the three dots next to the
Top left,
study
LP.
this spot.
Top left
And you
LP,
can
control,
speed up the game to turbo.
up. Up, controls. Oh, there it is.
Controls icon turbo. There you go. Thank you, Bernie.
Wow, new options. Show hands. What is that?
It's always been there, hasn't it?
Cheat mode, display correct frequencies while you play. Wanna cheat? Let's cheat.
What an awful turn. What an awful river.
I'm blocking
Block
this.
that. No, do we block it when we had the nuts here?
You
I
got the block
mean,
bet.
I'm checking.
Wait,
Very low frequency.
We can see the percentages here. This is
Oh, get that off the screen.
Do you raise blocking all the full houses?
I think you just called.
Oh,
Oh man, get the cheats off of the screen. Hints, hints.
bluffed ace queen.
got him.
So this is a good raise candidate at this stack depth from here. Like this definitely plays as a raise.
Let's go.
Yeah. Cool.
One might be
raise.
too good.
It's in there.
Call.
That's small.
How small? 6 or 12? I kinda
like-
like 12 or
think it's a
6.
I
12.
like 6 too. 6 is good.
I think it's a
I like
I'm not
12.
gonna argue with 12.
It's 12.
At this stack depth, we size up a lot.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Louis converted me to a 12 guy. Alright, so do we just go bananas and kinda commit here with a large bet?
Well, let me ask you something.
I go
What would you
24 and a
do
half.
If you had
at half
pocket.
pot.
queens?
Pocket kings,
Pocket queens.
pocket queens, I'm probably gonna bet like.
36.
Yeah, I was torn between 24 and 36. It's kinda lopsided. It just leaves the problem, yeah, yeah, I don't
I
know.
think it's 36 now, actually.
Aaron wants to jam.
No way.
I mean, it's a bit steep, but we can go pop.
I kind of wanna go 36 or 24, but I don't hate 49.
I do.
Is there anyone who's checking here?
I would
No.
just.
No.
relax it to a
If
bit.
I'm checking, I'm playing check to check raise.
Oh,
Which I
It
don't
is
check.
checking. So it's a 3-bet pot that he called our flop bet and we didn't turn equity.
It's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
So-
noticed the blinds get out of line in 3-bet pots.
You're just feeding his value here.
At least the small blind gets out of line in 3-bet pots. We haven't looked at the big blind a ton.
I suppose a check jam, like it eliminates our problem with like the stack size stuff, like getting it.
I would definitely play check jam here, I think.
That's
We got an
interesting.
over, we got spades, we get folds from better.
Like he's gonna bluff his hearts, isn't he? Like king queen of hearts, king 10 of hearts.
But like he's gonna bluff his hearts big here. Right?
Mm. Yeah.
But the problem is like if you go that route, it's just flush draw against flush draw.
surprise.
Do you ever get folds from flush draws? if you
See, look at
jam.
this. Pocket queen is going all in.
Okay,
It's not going like 49 at all. And then
Mhm.
hands like queen 9 are going all in, but with the backdoor flush only, not with the front door.
yeah, I guess you wanna unblock his continues, which would include the spades.
We're jamming our jacks for value too. Ace, jack, king, jack.
It's doing it with like the low ones, kind of. But it's
Straights
really
and
going
and
all
straight
in more
draws.
with the backdoor flush, so hearts.
Look at 5-4.
Okay, 5-4
Pair or
is a
redraw.
pair and a straight draw and a flush draw. Okay,
Yeah,
so
like,
if
it makes
you
Four is
check,
going all in here.
Yeah, 7-6 too.
It
Got
makes
it.
sense in a 3-bet pot because if you turn hearts, you pick up equity, so you continue barreling. But here we didn't pick up equity, so we stopped barreling.
Oh, 7-6 is a double flush draw on a gutter. Okay.
so if we play check, Louis, how do you play versus a bet?
It will depend on the
yeah.
size.
I'm all in.
Yeah, I'm a win.
We got the over to the jack. I think that's enough equity with the flush draw to go to get some folds.
Yeah, I agree. It's a 3-bet pot. So
The problem
I
is
did-
we bet all our value. So what are we left to check? Like if we looked at that on the turn, we were polarized with all our value, right? And bluffs. So I think the check kind of really marginalizes us.
we were
Well-
checking some Jack X some of the time.
Okay.
We were checking pocket jacks half the time.
I do play check in these spots sometimes. Correctly or incorrectly.
It's an interesting spot. I'm curious. I don't know.
Don't understand why you'd wanna go all in here.
Why? You have you have equity versus any of his calls.
Okay, hang on. You 3-bet pre-flop. He calls, so that's an
Okay.
equity bucket. On the flop, you see bet big, he calls. That's another equity bucket that went by. On the turn, what do you check, he bets out pot. He could give up some of other junk after, like, we have 3 filters already. Now you wanna stuff it into that range? What are you?
You
what
never,
do think
you
he
never
told us
fold
here?
against our all-in.
Of course he folds against our all-in. Like the solver
that's-
does. Maybe human players don't, but of course he does.
He's not
Definitely
betting his draw
So he'll
like this on the
fold the
turn.
pots, so maybe 150. He's got to call 50 to win 200. He's gonna fold about 25% of his range when we jam.
Right.
So if you can give me a good reason to jam him, I'm gonna do it.
Can't
We
win by
have-
checking. Can't win.
We can't, we get, alright, so here, alright. Number one, we get better hands to fold. Number two, we have equity against anything he calls with. Number three. We have an overcard to the jack, so if he has a jack here. We still have that extra bit of equity with the queen. I don't know, man, like. Seems like an alright play to me.
It's 50-50 because I think when we jam and get called, we're gonna win about 25% of the time, and we're gonna get about folds about 25% of the time. So I think it's like whatever. I think it's like 50-50.
If I didn't have an overcard to the jack, I would be more likely to call, I think.
Okay, so you know what? Thinking about your thought process, I'd much rather have queen 5 here than to jam.
Queen five is like the nuts.
Yeah, that'd be
Queen
great.
5, you get better queens to fold. You're in the middle of your queens here.
Queen five is definitely like the nuts.
Yeah, queen 5's the nuts.
Instead,
I
we
agree.
get better hands to fold, like what exactly? It's not gonna.
He's gonna have tons of ace X here that pick up enough equity with the 4 that are probably gonna barrel.
So you know he's betting half pot here, so it's probably a flush, a front door flush draw or a back door flush draw. So whatever you bet here is gonna continue.
What do you think he's doing with like, if ace, king of diamonds?
He's not betting the turn.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Click something.
It's never.
Ooh.
Eh,
Let's see his fold range. I think, I guess 25%. I'm curious if my math is.
Made no sense to me to jam.
even a broken clock's right twice a day.
But if we had the queen 5, look at this, queen 5.
Yeah, queen five's the nuts.
I'm
And we don't
going
have
in
queen
with,
five in, we don't have queen five in the check range.
Yeah, that's a.
That's the thing.
I would have
We got we got the heart one for sure.
And look
No,
at that, ace 3 is bluffing. Ace 3 is bluffing hard.
Yeah, your idea is right, Galen, but like we want to have the over to the jack, but queen 5 also has the straight draw, which improves its equity,
Yeah.
and that's why it does it. So the
Hold on,
queen,
LP.
the queen is just not quite strong enough.
And I kind of agree,
Backhand.
having the 9 is not great, right? Like, we have a card that's definitely blocking his folds, I would think.
You wanna
check
check
jam.
response, Ken?
Do the check jam. I wanna see how much he folds. I think it's 25%, but I'm just wanna check my math. 33. A bit more than I thought. Okay. Makes sense, actually.
Oh,
So we got reasonable equity. He just has got a straight.
he just got a straight.
Second nuts,
Nice.
second nuts.
Do we call? I think we just call here.
Yeah.
It might be a fold.
No.
Yeah. I think it might.
9-2 might fold, like 8-2, 7-2, maybe. But I doubt it.
Yeah, where's queens in a 3-bet? I would agree. Check fold. This is gonna be like the floor of the call range. Versus that, it's definitely a call.
I'm folding.
Mixing.
We looked at this, wasn't this one like mostly folding? Yeah.
I thought it was mostly folding versus under the gun.
Oh yeah, definitely folding. No, even against late position, it's like queen 4 off is just trash, right?
Well, we can call this one.
Now we go.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a donker. I think this is a checker.
Well, we have an
Agreed.
example where we actually were leading here. You guys saw that, right? 9-7-6. 100 big blinds, we were leading on this texture.
That was against under the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is against the cutoff, who's gonna be much more connected with this range.
yeah, this guy's got all the 9-10s
And he's even got some 5-4s.
and some 5-4s, that's right. I kind of want to bet large here.
I do too. I wanna do it more when I have a big diamond in my hand, but,
You
even
need
still,
to-
40 or
I-
straight, no
I
real showdown
agree.
value.
Yeah, I remember from Matt's webinar, you want to bet big when it goes check, like pro big. So like
Yep.
pot,
Like
pots.
125% pot, like 7.6 is probably a
7.6
good
or
sizing.
505 are the sizes I would choose here.
I agree. I like tend to go like 125.
Hmm,
There it is. But also since it's a little bit smaller, but yeah. It's good to think like around 100%. And when you're super deep like this, like you can promote 100 to 125. Because sometimes you're gonna river a straight.
So.
Three.
This is, alright, this is the question. We don't play check here ever, I don't think.
No, we're value betting the straight.
I kinda wanna go 12 and fold to a raise.
Yeah, that's not the craziest thing to me. I think eight's okay
What
too.
about going, what about
like
going
that.
3 and calling a raise?
I don't know if
Oh.
I wanna isolate myself with his, I don't wanna isolate his value with his bluffs. Is my only concern with that.
we bet.
If we had a
8.
diamond, I
and
would be more
call.
inclined to do that, I think, Pete. I kinda wanna go 12, I think.
I would go 8 and call a raise.
I
Alright,
Well,
so we're
we're
all
going
over the
greedy
board.
and-
Let's see.
I think 8 or 12 are both reasonable.
That's cool.
It does check some.
Check 3 or 12. So we go 12, he goes all in.
Now you fold. Now you
What?
fold. You don't beat anything. What do you beat?
Dude, he raised like 2x pot. He raised so big.
What do you beat?
They're
The
about
ace
bluffs.
of diamonds that
The ace
turned
of
itself into a
diamonds.
bluff? That's
That's
it.
exactly what you beat.
Yeah,
I'm never calling this.
why not?
I bet large purposefully to isolate myself against his value.
Yeah,
And if he
Louis,
feels
exactly.
comfortable
He's-
jamming, like, okay, so this right here is why I didn't wanna bet small. Because I don't have clean information if I bet small. Now that we've polarized and we've bet big, we've isolated him to basically his value.
Well, what do
And,
you say that? What do you say? He has exactly 9-10.
No.
Or
I think he's got
9-5 or a flush.
He's got
Backdoor
a
king.
flush. This is a flush or the ace of diamonds.
Ooh.
Like surely
it
he
a s-
bets
is it a
10-9 on the flop. Like surely.
That's what I would
Oh.
think so too, Louis. I
Because
think
we
he would-
connect with this board a lot. Like we got range connectivity, so he's gonna want to bet to get value.
I would agree. I don't think this is 10-9 ever. I think
So,
it's a flush or
it
the ace
has-
of diamonds.
It has to be diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna call it. On the station.
Oh my goodness.
Torching, torching.
So Louis, would you like to walk me through your thought process of why you would call this?
Well,
This
it's
river
very
spot?
simple. We have a straight.
Okay, in the rank of hands, where does this hand fall in the available hands?
Well, we beat the set, we beat two pair, we beat a bunch of stuff. He could, I think he could do that with a 5. I think he could do.
No, he can't do that with a 5. Dude, he's raising, he's not just raising, he's raising like 2x pot. It's so
Yeah,
big.
go look at just look at his range. It's gonna be
So,
flushes or the ace of diamonds.
Do we call if you have a diamond? Like the queen of diamonds?
That's the box, Lewis. That is. the
Blocking with
absolute
queen of
box.
diamonds is not crazy. Blocking the flush is really important.
So look at the
It's
EV.
so
He's only
important.
losing 1.16 chips here.
But with the
If you have
diamond,
that queen of
definitely.
diamonds, I think it's probably a losing call. If you have the diamond. Yeah, so it's calling.
No,
And it's not even losing. It's actually kind of printing here. It's like. Okay.
That makes really sense. You know, we block the flush, so he's less likely to have a flush, you know.
It's not even just the flush, it's a relevant flush, cuz it's the queen of diamonds. It's not like you have like the 3 of diamonds or something. It's like,
Yeah, I
he's gonna have a
assume-
lot of queen X.
Any idea
But
why we would call less with the ace of diamond and more with the king?
because you're unblocking his bluffs. I told you, it's either the ace of diamonds or a flush. So if you have the ace of diamonds, it's worse than having the king of diamonds.
Yeah, he's less bluff heavy, right? Like when you have the ace of diamonds. And he's gonna have way more ace X combos, ace of diamonds combos than king of diamonds combos.
Right. See, I don't know, I didn't expect this. The solver's just jamming like random diamonds over here.
I was
Like the-
totally expecting this. That's why I didn't wanna fold my straight. But it's not good enough, even against him, imagine that.
Well, I mean, if you counted combos, it's still gonna come up way short to the amount of flushes this guy has.
Yeah. So, okay, call only with a diamond in your hand.
I also thought, Louis, when you said like I have a straight, my thought was, and he's telling you he has a.
And also, like, in game, it takes a very particular player to actually pull the trigger with this combo. Like, not
Yeah.
anyone is just gonna jam their stack in with the ace of diamonds.
I don't know, for a crazy player like me, it's very standard. I put him on ace of diamond, a 5. And then sometimes I get scammed by like 9-10, but that's it. Like backdoor flush doesn't happen often enough to worry about it.
You think this guy ever checks 9-10 on the flop?
No, you never have 9-10. You always bet
You don't
it.
have 9-10.
Yeah, so if he doesn't have 9-10,
It's a losing call.
it's a terrible call.
Alright, 100 big blinds deep. Just give him the raise. Let's go to 11 and a 5. Queen high with the spade. I kinda wanna go 12 here.
12.
What's the pattern after we raise pre-flop? Are we betting big most of the time on all
100
the flops, or?
It depends on stack depth, on flop nature.
Yeah, I mean deep when we are deep, let's say 70 plus.
See, if you have a value hand, yes, you're gonna be half potting a lot.
Okay,
With your bluff,
and if we miss the flop,
well, depends
You
on the
still
nature of
do
the
a lot
hand.
of quarter, yeah. You
Like
still do a
here
lot
we
of
have
quarter
a
and
spade,
halving.
so with the spade here, it's very good, right?
I'm pretty surprised we're actually checking here a lot. I guess this is our best unpaired hand, so. It's wanting to kind of. What's it doing with like aces and kings here?
Yeah, I'm also surprised it checks so much.
Like aces and kings perhaps are doing some checking. They
No.
are doing a little bit of checking.
Not really.
Uh,
I assume when you're shallower, you bet more, just because that's what happens in general.
mhm.
bet more and bet less.
Huh?
We're checking a lot of our aces here, actually. This texture in general, I guess.
We're betting the one with the spade. So that's easy to find. You can bet your offsuit ace if you have a spade. Can bet your offsuit combo if you have a spade. That's easy to find as well. Under pairs don't really wanna bet unless they have a spade. So it's a lot of spade driven action. You know,
Yeah,
have
it's
it-
hard. It's hard to go wrong here. Just don't bet big, like too big. Actually, even 18 you can bet sometimes. Do whatever.
When he calls, I'm gonna play check here.
Yeah, it's a really drive. Oof.
Are you continue on the spade?
Yeah, I'm going bananas on a spade, I think, Maxi.
Okay, so we should double barrel with this hand.
I guess, man.
Are
It's
you
a value
double
bet.
barreling like king 10 when you miss?
No, I'm slowing down quite a bit.
King queen,
I'm probably slowing down too much.
king jack?
I thought we'd bet more
Three
without a
is a
spade
bit of
here.
a blank and a three bet. Yeah, it is, Aaron.
Ace
It
king,
is a
ace
bit of a
queen,
blank.
ace jack are all, so your best aces are double barreling. And like king queen want to double barrel. But that's the best of pairs.
I guess we bet because like when another spade comes, we block the nuts. Or like
Oh,
like
yeah. Yeah. Could we bluff spade rivers?
do we bet with the king of spades as well? Like if we got ace king with a king of spades.
Yes,
Let's bet them
Even
all.
more so, I would think. Yeah, that's a good point. So. One, the three is kind of a blank in a three bet pot. So like his marginal continues didn't improve. And then two, we can still bluff spade rivers.
I understand why we don't double barrel king jack, king 10, queen 10, hands like that.
You're blocking the bluffs.
Cause
Or you're
pocket 10,
blocking.
pocket 10 is never gonna double barrel here. Pocket jack is never gonna double barrel under the queen. We're gonna bet one and then stop.
And you want him to be floating with stuff that wraps around the queen.
So the hang arounds that are similar in the offsuit area don't wanna double barrel, whereas. If we have an overcard, like ace jack. To double overcard with the spade, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it makes sense. So here,
Double barrel, 24 is what it,
Yeah.
24, because we have a spade and all of our offsuit ace up to ace 9 plus are double barrel.
this is definitely a shutdown card.
Is it? Because we were double barreling with ace 9, a bunch of. King 9, no, but are we double barreling suited nines of spade on the turn? I think so. So the
Feels
9 is
bad.
not too bad for us.
Feels bad to lose 100 big blinds with ace high, honestly.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. All
I
agree?
don't like it.
I'm
I don't
giving
like
up.
it.
Well, the 9 is kind of okay-ish for us. You know,
The nine doesn't really
I'm
change
always
anything.
thinking what this kind of stuff does to my BB per 100.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it, like, what is attractive about this nine? The nine doesn't shift any equity. Like, if you have ace nine, who cares if he has queen 10?
well, thing is the 9 is a big part of our, like, when we double. We double barrel ace 9, king 9 suited, jack 9, 10 9. So when
Those
the
all
9
lose
comes-
to queen 10.
Yeah, they're all
Those all
checking
lose.
river.
Those all lose.
I know, but it's still, no, queen 10 is not. it's
That's not a good justification for tripling it off.
Still,
Queen 10, you think it's a big part of his range?
Queen jack, queen 10, queen 9, pocket queens, ace queen. I'm just saying, like, when you triple off, he's gonna have a lot of queens. That's gonna be like the primary component of his value range.
Yeah, but he still has like pocket 8,
Kind of.
kind of, maybe a 7. Right?
Kind of. I
And then-
mean,
And then-
These are hands that like margin, these are hands that like start folding the turn.
Okay,
And they're not calling a triple barrel, right? So it's like the 9 beats them anyways.
and like, the thing is with this 9 is that. Since it completes a portion of our range and then since. Like it's that thing where if your bluff gets through the turn filter, you should almost always go with it on the river, right?
Louis, you gotta have another cup of coffee, man. You're talking crazy stuff.
It feels bad to have a spade when I'm bluffing here. Like now I don't like, I like the spade on the turn, but on the river, I don't like a spade.
So like all of these, they kind of double barrel turn. Like
Sure.
on the river, they're not giving up, right?
They didn't. no.
All the hands that you double barrel turn with, that breaks the river, you kind of bluff.
Most of them. Well, half
Yeah,
of
I
them.
mean,
Maybe it's just in my head.
If we got here with aces and kings, because the 3 protects us from 2 pair, we're not afraid of it.
Okay,
I
so
suppose
I'm getting a 7 to fold, but obviously like it might not be as good as I think.
I suppose we just have worse hands at the river, which we could use to bluff, like all the king highs, right?
I'm just thinking like best unpaired hand. We don't need to go too crazy with it. This is probably a good 3
I
bet, I
free bet.
think.
Yeah, I free bet here.
I would call.
Yeah, the
This-
ace king mimics our
I actually
value
think
with
this-
aces and kings there. And it's not afraid of 2 pairs, so it just wants to go.
I think we have a little bit of a gap in our 3 betting range. I think we want to 3 bet worse and better. Like king, jack, king 10, I think is high frequency calls.
I'm with 10, like
Okay.
king 7, king 8, king 5.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like the gap, suited 10, suited jacks, good calls.
Do we fold? We might fold. That's a big bet. I would say, I was thinking continue. We might still continue. 2 overs and a flush
Maybe we
draw.
continue. King, jack, king, queen.
I
Maybe we
fold.
continue.
Yeah, 93 bigs to go. Let's go.
I want to fold.
Lots of room.
No
I'm
real draw.
torn.
No, nothing.
Everyone is folding.
No, no.
I'm
Yeah,
torn.
big bet.
I wouldn't fold here. I don't know.
I think cool. I think cool. Like
Yeah, I'm
you
kinda
know,
You have
with,
7x, you have
Louis.
8x, you have 5x, you have ace high.
Any
Never
raising here?
raising, never raising. It's
No,
versus
a
big
raising
lot
is
of-
really bad.
Okay, not raising.
Right, so I
Yeah.
was thinking, alright, so now we get a 10. Wonderful. Play check still.
Now we block, can block like
Ugh.
small.
So, I mean, the guy's
Pot.
gonna have some 7x, not a ton. Like, he's got like ace 7 here sometimes.
Block bet to fold them. That's
I
good.
would pot bet. Pot
I
bet.
kinda wanna go 10. I kinda wanna go 10.
No, 10 is too big on a 4-liner, man.
Maybe you're right. It's a 4-liner. What's he calling with? He's not calling with anything. You gotta go smaller check.
Well,
check
3 is
equal
like, you're not getting paid by anything, right?
7, when I say small on the river, like
Yeah,
7 or
I like
less, half
7.
pot or less.
I like
Yeah.
7. Oh,
But 10
is
is,
the thing.
10 is in there.
Yeah. Okay,
It's just a 4-liner. I just have a hard time
let's see
really
if he
pinning
has
down
some
calls.
tricks. No tricks up his sleeve. Okay, okay.
Easy 3 bet.
Raise it up.
No calling, right?
Not this deep. Do you play call now? I think you do play call sometimes.
Never,
I'm calling.
never.
Never.
I think in
I'm calling-
position
I'm
you
calling
can
never.
call, but out of position. Just,
Oh
I
my
think-
goodness, they always have aces.
I think you're right. I think it's in position. You're calling more with those type of hands. I think that's.
Are
what
we
that
calling
is.
with ace king?
No. That one's, you could 3 bet this sometimes.
Maxi. Are you,
I mostly
Yes,
call
talking
this
about-
yes,
one.
yes.
are you talking about calling with ace king? Calling?
I'm just asking. I'm not talking.
No, we don't. We can 3 bet 7-6 a bit.
All day.
I,
Oh. Okay.
What a stupid game. I want my
Oh,
money
it's
back.
fine. We're gonna barrel it
Bet
up.
12.
I hate this game.
I was gonna
I
say,
hate
I'm
this
never
game.
betting that flop. This
Such a
hand.
stupid game. Whoever
Why-
invented it should be
Why are you
shot.
not betting, Ken?
What's the point?
Ace, king,
Get him to-
it just,
Get him to fold pocket eights.
25 bigs in the mid. I just want the 25 bigs, no?
yeah.
To me, it depends on the player. Like if they're just super straightforward, like yeah, I bet. If they're like got some game, I can check.
Oh,
Alright,
boy, you call.
The
That's
trick is
a-
up, Louis. We've lost the pot.
See, I kind of disagree here. Okay,
Oh, man.
he doesn't have aces, doesn't have kings, he doesn't have ace king, and we got.
Wait,
all
wait,
that
wait, wait,
stuff.
wait, wait, wait,
And then
wait,
when-
wait.
when
Why,
he
wait. Why doesn't he have
They
aces
have
and
weak
kings?
aces.
Why doesn't he have aces
Because,
and kings?
Because
I think he
we went
does
full
sometimes.
shenanigans pre-flop and he just flat calls our three bet.
Look at it. You're supposed
He's
to
got-
flat call some of these.
He's got weak suited aces in range. He's got
I'll
ace
tell
high
you what,
off.
if he has it, he gets me. But I think it's a good spot to double barrel here.
Bro, we have 7, 6 and nothing.
The question I have for you is, do you wanna go 30 or all the cookies?
I give up.
If
on
there was an open fold option, I would click it.
Okay,
Yeah.
but there's none. So do you wanna go 30 or 70?
Check.
You pick and putt, Louis.
Thank you, Pete.
This
Pick
is
and
one of
putt.
the sports you review it after the game. You're just like, damn, I should have checked the flop because now you're here with a shit hand and you're like, I need to bluff to win. you know?
Yeah, this
And
is
then
it.
you-
This is it. That's the right
Right.
play. Let's go. Oh my goodness, it was 30.
No, it was check, Louis.
It was 30.
It was check on the flop, 80%.
Double barrel. What is he gonna? Oh my God. Oh my God. No, what?
Do I need to point out that we just have no equity, no draw, no blocker
No-
value, no
And no
nothing
fold
here?
equity.
Dude, this is nuts, man. You're just punting. Yeah.
Galen,
Louis
would you
really
like to say
doesn't-
anything on behalf of your client?
I'm gonna break the PR agent out in a minute, man. I'm gonna have to go get the tie on.
I'll
Well,
pay, hit B and then right in punt.
listen, sometimes you just have to go for it. I mean, he's calling with some kings, he's calling with some weak aces that he's gonna have to release. I mean.
To be honest,
Or-
in games, sometimes
or-
you do still get folds on like
Oh,
some of
not
these
up
to
smaller
us.
bets.
Yeah.
LP, this hand makes me want to self-harm.
Louis,
Let's
Louis,
hit
all
those squeeze
weak aces are
ranges.
splitting. All weak aces
Tim,
are
I'm
splitting, Louis.
preparing a public statement as we speak.
So from now on, we'll be late ridging tournaments with 6 minutes left.
Yeah, we're not allowed to
Playing
play at
two
100
stack
bigs.
spots.
it started at Peter, you missed the first hand. I can't play big blind at 100 big blinds. You obviously see what I'm up to.
Yeah,
LP, I
never-
invested money in you yesterday, I'm just saying.
I'm never folded if I play you on GG.
Oh, that's a fair strategy. Never fold.
I'm not sure it's a good idea.
This mixes.
You can mix
Raise.
this one some.
Yeah,
Raise
Yeah, you can
some.
raise. Yeah, you can raise.
It's a good C bet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
it's a good C-bet with the gutty straight to the nuts. That's nice.
What size?
Six.
Small or medium, large?
Pretty disconnected.
I think you want to bet a bit bigger because you really want the fold equity. So I
I
think this
like
is the
that,
type
Louis.
of hand you'd want
I
to do.
like
Yeah.
that.
I think if you had
I
a
like
spade, you
12.
size
Folding
up.
to
Without a
smaller
spade, you
bets.
go smaller.
I think this texture is not a polarized texture.
I'm not saying over polarized. I'm just saying like we're 100 big blinds deep, go half pot.
I
I
don't
think a
think,
spade
I
goes
think it's
half pot.
small
Galen.
because of high, low, low. And then the 6 and the 5 is not very good for him.
Yeah, maybe not. Give it a click.
Honestly, with these out of position spots, I'm kind of confused.
No.
I feel like the 6 and 12 are very hard to pin down.
Like
So
Ken
like
likes
the
to
bigger
say,
bet.
we size up a lot out of position.
Yeah, I just think we want to bet more because we really want to fold. We really
Right,
want to,
so.
because like
I
there's
like-
even if we get like a 10 of spades isn't even like the best card, you know.
I like Lewis's thought process here. One, we have very marginal equity, right? Like a 9 might not be good, an 8 might not be good, a 7, we can hit the nuts on very few cards. We really benefit from folds.
Yeah, just generate conditional fold equity with a bigger bet.
Yeah,
And then we're gonna have some top pairs in that range as well. You want to get extra value.
Okay, so checking or betting 12.
the check node's interesting just because we don't really play it a lot. See, this is why you wanna bet a little bit bigger. If you bet small here, this guy's continuing with this hand. And
Yeah.
then we're just gonna lose the pot on the river. Or the turn. This is gonna be a high frequency call, I think. Yeah, just a call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check call unless he does something crazy. That's not crazy. Do you ever block? Nope. Just check.
Just check. Check.
And check.
Yikes.
Give up.
Do you bet small here ever to
Yeah,
get
yikes,
folds?
what? We could block that here.
I would, that's not a block. That's like
Ah.
a blast.
That's like turning it into a bluff.
Yeah,
I
I
think
like
I-
two
I-
point.
Turn into bluff's way better than check calling. So
I think like, yeah, you can't check call here,
This
so.
is just a give
So
up.
what-
Check fold.
No,
I was
no.
gonna ask, what part of our range wants to bluff? And I was gonna ask if it was pairs.
Yikes, man, this is crazy. I don't have this in my game.
Well, it's a 4-liner, right? And then it's a 4 to a strike, 4 to a flush. It's really tough to call this bet, no?
Oh, it definitely is. You're right. Like,
If
you're
he
getting
doesn't have a
queens.
spade, like what is he supposed to do? Like we just scam him most of the time when we bet her.
Yeah,
that's
you're
how I
like
see
getting the
it.
queen of diamonds to fold.
Like I'm not even looking at my hand. I'm just thinking like, if he doesn't have a spade, we scam him.
Are all our bluffs a pair of some sort?
But yeah, I like it better. But we have the best hand. He was gonna bluff though.
This is probably a fold, maybe low frequency call.
Yeah,
You're gonna save some time for squeezes, or we'll do that another day?
for what?
Squeezes? Squeeze ranges?
No, we can do that right away.